What's good, YouTube? Akil here, back with another video, and today I'm going to be sharing some Poshmark sales with you guys. And I know I haven't done a Poshmark sale video in a really long time, only because your boy has not been making any sales on that platform, especially since I stopped listing, I stopped sharing as much, mainly because for me I just felt like Poshmark was dead in my personal opinion. But of course I've been keeping my ears to the streets, and a lot of people have been seeing a lot of success from Poshmark, and for a while I stopped seeing any commercials or any marketing around the Poshmark platform. But lately I've been starting to see a ton of different commercials, just more marketing, just more people just gravitating towards the app again. So I started putting some more stuff, mainly just cross-listing items that I already had on eBay, and I actually started to make a decent amount of sales. So I don't got a ton of sales to share with you guys in today's video, but I did want to share just a couple brands and of course some more information along the way so you guys can take some value out of this video. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright y'all, so first up in terms of the Poshmark sales, we got this Bonobos tan blazer, and I had this blazer in my inventory for a very long time. I've been constantly sharing this item on Poshmark. I've been lowering the price on eBay as well, and it was not moving. And Bonobos was one of those brands that I usually used to gravitate towards when I sold a lot of clothing. But as you guys know, ever since Bonobos and Walmart partnered up, well, I think Walmart purchased Bonobos, just the brand overall is not as, not as hype and not as sought after as it used to be. So I ended up selling this blazer for just 15 bucks. I think I picked it up for maybe $5 or $6, so I didn't really make any money with this one, but I'm just glad to see it. Next up, we got a pair of golf shoes from the brand FootJoy, and this was also another brand that I used to pick up fairly often when I sold a lot of clothing. I know at one point FootJoy golf polos and like their windbreakers would sell for a lot of profit. I'm not sure how the market is on those items now, but I did sell this pair of black leather golf shoes for 20 bucks, and at the time I think I had them listed for 29 when I first cross-listed them from eBay, and I got an offer within a couple of days for 20 bucks, and I just went ahead and took that money, especially since I had those golf shoes sitting in the inventory for maybe 3 or 4 months. Next up, we got a pair of these Adidas ZX 10,000s, and I picked up a few pairs of these from Bodega when they had their Black Friday sale, so that just goes to show how long I actually had this in my inventory. But I'm just glad that it finally did sell, because for it selling for 80 bucks after the 20% fee that Poshmark takes out, I barely broke even with this item. I probably made maybe $5 or $6 after all was said and done, but it is what it is. Sometimes it happens where people take some gambles and just take some risks on certain shoes. In this particular shoe, I thought it would sell for a little more money. I thought the demand would be a little higher, but I was definitely wrong on that. So overall, I'm just glad that these shoes finally did sell, and I think I still have one pair left, so we'll see how long that one takes to sell. Now next up was this vintage leather bomber jacket, and I actually shared this in a previous video. I think it was like a Ross pickup video, and I ended up finding some stuff from that thrift store that I usually frequent.
So now we're just going to check out the thrift, since I wasn't able to come across anything good in Ross or Burlington over these past couple of days, and found a really dope bomber jacket, and I had to touch the collar. It almost felt like velvet. Really nice, soft to the touch. This is genuine leather, so anytime I come across these type of vintage bomber jackets, I usually only pick up the genuine leather ones. The faux leather ones still sell, but to me, I just think the genuine leather holds its value a little better. So I'll definitely be picking this one up, because this is the perfect time to pick up stuff like this, because that's what people are searching for during the fall and winter.
I was able to sell this for 70. Now I actually had this listed for 89 bucks, but you guys already know how Poshmark is. You usually have to price it just a little higher, and people would usually send in their offers. And the first offer I got was actually for 50 bucks, and I was actually even thinking of taking that 50, but then I just countered them with a $70 offer, and they went ahead and accepted that. So really good amount of profit on this piece. And like I said before, when it comes to shipping stuff out on Poshmark, even with the 20% fee, sometimes you can save some money, especially since the buyer has to pay for shipping. So for items like this, I won't necessarily mind selling stuff like this on Poshmark, but overall, as you guys know, I definitely enjoy selling stuff on eBay a little more. But I'm just trying to stay a little more active on this app and see if I can continue to move some inventory, because overall, over the past few weeks, I haven't been sourcing like I usually do. So the cross-listing method was really beneficial for me, and it just kind of helped me move a lot more stale inventory, and that's why I started listing more on Poshmark and Mercari as well. Next up, we got this vintage sun ice jacket, and this jacket was really dope in my opinion. It had a nice little spell out on the sleeves, and it was a really dope vintage color blocking. This one actually from 1988, the Calgary Olympics, and it was like a yellow hood, you know, like a blue upper and then a red bottom, like really dope, really nice vintage color blocking, the stuff that people really like nowadays. And this one sold for 89 bucks, and I had this listed on eBay for maybe 3 or 4 weeks before putting it on Poshmark. And I had a couple watches on eBay, but no real solid offers. Then as soon as I listed this on Poshmark, it sold the day after. So that just goes to show sometimes you have to put your items in front of just different audiences, and then you never know where it will sell. So for this particular item, it sold really quickly, and it was on eBay for way too long. So really glad I decided to list this, and I was definitely surprised because usually more of the cheaper, more like inexpensive items sell for me on Poshmark, but I'm starting to see that, you know, more expensive stuff do sell on Poshmark, so of course I'm happy about that. So last but certainly not least, this jacket sold on Poshmark, and this sale definitely surprised me because I usually don't sell items this expensive on this platform, and I was kind of apprehensive to even put it on the app, but I was just surprised that it sold, and I'm really glad it did. This jacket sold for 220 bucks, and the brand is Hemp Hood Lamb. Now, when I saw this jacket, keep in mind I had this jacket for well over a year, just sitting in my death pile, and when I first came across this jacket when I was living out in Cali, I knew that I did the comps, and at that point in time I think it was still in the middle of the summer, so these jackets were selling for maybe 100 bucks, maybe 110 if you was lucky, and I just decided to hold on to the jacket until the winter time came around. And you guys know how it is, you know how us resellers go. Sometimes we'll decide to hold something for 2 weeks and it might end up sitting for 2 months or even longer. So that's what happened with this particular situation, and I just decided to go ahead and list this one, especially since I haven't been purchasing any items lately, and it sold on Poshmark really quickly. At first I put it up on eBay, and just a few people was checking it out, not a whole ton of watchers or anything like that, but as soon as I put it up on Poshmark, maybe 3 or 4 days later, it sold for 220, and I think I was originally asking 250, and I had it on eBay for 220, buy now, free shipping. So it is what it is. I still made a decent amount of profit with this jacket, and of course I still made more than I was expecting to make. So very glad with this sale. So definitely be on the lookout for this jacket. This is a really good brand, and not a lot of people know about it, but as you guys can see, it sells for a ton of profit. Alright y'all, that's all I got for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed that one, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I know I tell you guys all the time I was definitely off Poshmark, and I don't plan on going back, but like I tell you guys all the time, when you're in business you always have to make pivots and make adjustments as you see fit. And for me, I just thought it was a really good opportunity to start listing items here on Poshmark again, just so I can continue to like just make some more money. And these sales came within the perfect timing, so definitely keep that in mind in case some of you guys probably moved away from one platform or another. You definitely don't want to close any doors. You always want to just keep your opportunities open, and I'm glad I did that with these items here. So if you guys are interested in these videos, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.